Former Bafana Bafana striker Benedict Saul McCarthy is one of the country's best football ambassadors after successful stints in Europe's top leagues and becoming a European champion. He might be in between jobs as a football coach, but someone with his talent is bound to land a big job somewhere in the world. A good morning. I saw the shock on your face when I called you Saul. Hey, good morning. Thank you for joining us on Morning Live.
Thank you so much for having me. But first of all, let me just start. Did I do something wrong?
You did not, but we wanted to use the names that were given to you fully.
When I'm in trouble, that's what my mom calls me.
Which one, Benedict or Saul?
Benedict Saul.
Oh, okay.
Then I know, hey, I've done something terrible or I'm in trouble.
Okay,
so,
you haven't done anything wrong,
okay,
so I'll say, Benny, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. Before we go into some very interesting parts of your career, I want to start with, you're back in the country and I'm sure you've been following what's been happening in the local football scene. First up, your thoughts on a team like McCarthy FC under coach Clinton Larson winning the Carling knockout against Sundowns.
Firstly, I would also just like to congratulate McCarthy because I was one of those people that probably doubted him for going up against Pirates and beating Pirates, which was stunning, but then getting to the final and playing probably the biggest and the best team in the country at the moment, Sundowns. I didn't think that they had it in them, but I was proven wrong, so congratulations to them. But I would just say what Carling Black Label has done with football, they've just changed the dimension, you know, where they bring fans closer to the action and fans get to interact with who do they want to see playing and stuff. So it's been a really great tournament, and hopefully, and we see so many different players coming through, and you see the smaller teams now coming up against the big teams and being fearless, and then having a chance that they get to win the competition like the Carling Black Label knockout. So that was been a great tournament, and it's been nice to be part of it as well.
Indeed, and we'll see if they'll do it again when they come up against the Carling All-Star team. Let's now move on and speak about you. So you played for Seven Stars under coach Gavin Hunt. Speak to me about your upbringing and how it was for you coming from the background you come from to being able to spread your wings, not only in South Africa, but across the world.
Yeah, obviously, like everyone knows, the Cape Flats is it's a really tough place for anybody growing up. And then when you're young and, you know, you've got all the gangsterism, the violence going on. But I think football was the one thing where people let you be, you find peace there, and we used to play football everywhere. So, and I was part of, I played in the Sunday League, which is a nicer name for putting it, but back in Cape Town we call it's the Bundesliga because it's the gangster league, where they have most gangs, they have a football team and they organize tournaments for big money back in the days. And yeah, I was one of the star players in those leagues, so that was my daily bread. And then when I joined Seven Stars, of course, I was earning more money playing in the Sunday League than what I was playing for my professional team. So I would sometimes sneak away, play in the mornings,
and go make money.
Exactly, and then go play for Seven Stars afterwards, until they found out, and then I got I got kneecapped. And I had to give it up, and then but I think it taught me how to be tough and how to endure everything and how to be determined and how to be hungry to want to come out of Cape Town and make something of my life, because obviously there was a little bit of talent there and people could see that I'm not a bad soccer player, so he might have a chance. So the more I played, the better I become, and then when the opportunity came, I got scouted, and then eventually I got myself out of Cape Town, out of the Cape Flats, and bettered my life, and I never looked back after that.
Never looked back, went on to buy your mom a house. There's just so much to unpack with you. You speak about it giving you the opportunity to learn how to be tough and build character and resilience. Let's speak about you then playing for a team like Ajax Amsterdam and Celta Vigo out in Spain, being a foreign player in those teams and just the mental challenges that come with having to constantly fight for your place in the teams.
Yeah, no, of course it was tough, but that's why I said, like, playing in the Bundesliga and juggling double jobs, double clubs, brought in that resilience about me, and you know that you can withstand anything. So when you went abroad and being an African, not just a foreigner, but being an African is probably 3 times harder than anybody else. So as much as you're talented and you're good and you're better than what they have as local players there, they just overlook you. They look past you and they play their local base players. So you have to work 3 times, 4 times harder than everyone. And in the end, when it shines through and you get your opportunity, and then you show them that, you know, just because that we are from Africa, we are so-called third world country, but when you give me the opportunity, the platform like you give their locals, I'm capable of doing as much or even better than them. And that's how I just kept my mental toughness, and I just fought through all the struggles, everything that was against me. I fought through that because I wanted to make it as a football player, and I wanted to make my family proud, but I also wanted to come back as I can do it coming from where I come from. So every South African has it within them that they can achieve anything that they want to when they just have that mental toughness and they show that desire.
Oh, and I love that hairstyle. In your time. Benny, let's talk about you do come back to South Africa. You signed for Orlando Pirates. You grew up supporting the other team in Soweto, Kaizer Chiefs. Speak to me about when you signed for Orlando Pirates. Was that the only offer for you on the table from a local perspective? I mean, when you look at the financial muscle of the likes of Mamelodi Sundowns.
I think this is probably the hardest part, because when you growing up in Cape Town, Kaizer Chiefs was the glamour boys. That was the team that everyone supported. So my dad was a massive Kaizer Chiefs fan, so we weren't allowed to watch Pirates or any other team if it's not Kaizer Chiefs on TV. So yeah, so you grew up and you accept. So I loved Chiefs when I was growing up, until I came back and something unfortunate kind of happened. I don't really want to go into details because, yeah, it's the past.
Okay.
And, yeah, the chairman, Dr. Ivan Koza, he showed immense interest. He came to speak to me because he knew me from my time from Bafana as a young kid. So he kind of saw me grow up, and he just said for me that he wants me to come and join Pirates and continue my legacy, you know, that I've built, and he wanted me to end my career football playing in South Africa, giving back to this country and all my knowledge that I've gained from playing.
And who can
abroad.
say no to the chairman?
And exactly. And as much as I was trying to convince him that I still had a little bit left in me to play in Europe, he just said, there's the contract, sign when you're ready, and we'll be waiting for you. And of course, I couldn't say no. And then I ended up joining Pirates. And
you had some great times at Pirates. I mean, scoring out in the Soweto derby against the team you grew up supporting.
yeah, but you know, when things are said, and as much as you have crocodile skin for so many things, you're still a human being, and sometimes it does hurt, and especially when it comes from a team that you supported your whole life, you know, and you kind of feel that, okay, when you are a little bit undermined and belittled a bit, so now it's nice just to prove, to show people that I haven't been in Europe for 20 years, surviving everything I did, to come back and then listen to, you know. So I said, okay, let me just put the record straight. I'll go to the opposition, and then I'll show what 20 years of Europe and 20 years growing up and being born and growing up in the Cape Flats has taught me over the years about resilience and being who I am now, the person that I've become. Let me join Pirates, and then when I do play to Chiefs, I'm gonna let you feel the pain. And that was the whole process behind me joining
Sakina
Pirates.
behind us is feeling the pain right now, like it's happening all over again. And Benny, as I wrap up with you, just a quick one. We know you've come back from Manchester United, a big one tonight. It's another competition because Sakina's Arsenal. Some of us in the studio are Man United. But speak to me about what else we can look forward to from Benni McCarthy.
Definitely, I think something's brewing. Like I said, I've had a couple of job interviews with MLS clubs in America. So because their off-season is now and some coaches are under pressure and in trouble. So clubs, I think they just prepare themselves for the next season. So they look at candidates and speak to candidates about a possibility of managing their club. So yeah, I've had 3 interviews with major MLS clubs. So hopefully something positive, and you know, because it would be really good. Like I also don't want to be. Yes, you want to come and one day maybe manage in the PSL, but you also have that desire to go out and manage some of the big players in the world. Lionel Messi is playing out in the MLS now, so why not have the opportunity if you get a chance to coach in the MLS, but then you come up against the players like Lionel Messi, Luis Suarez, you know, to be a coach of that caliber, play against those type of players, and that's my ambition. But I've never said I closed the door on possibility coming back to South Africa.
This is Benny saying
Africa.
PSL teams. Give me a call. Benny, thank you so much. It's been an absolute pleasure having you. And we'll see you out at the Carling Cup final on the 21st of December.
Definitely, I'm looking so forward to it. But just thank you for this memorable moment so early in the morning. You know, I even forgot almost that I did that once upon a time. But yeah, it was nice. One of the best interviews I've had. So thank you so much.
Oh, we are
Thank
so
you, guys.
humbled. Thank you. And now my voice just changed. I don't know why it's doing that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's how we wrap it up for now. Beautiful interview. He's not in trouble with Benedict Saul McCarthy.